カクタスリーグでレッドとのオープン戦に大谷翔平選手、山本由伸選手、佐々木朗希選手の日本人トリオが全員登場し大活躍でした。大谷翔平選手は3打数1安打で第1打席では惜しくもアウトとなりましたが、ファーストへの打球速度 176km の爆速打球を放っていました。山本由伸投手も先発から4回を投げ切り2失点、被安打 2.3 奪三振と初回2点こそ取られたものの、その後は立て直し圧巻のピッチング。そして今日対外試合デビューとなった佐々木朗希投手は山本投手の号を受け、満を持たして登板。最速 160km に迫る速球と落差の大きいフォークを操り、初登板ながら3回無失点、被安打 2.5 奪三振の快投で華々しいデビューを飾りました。それでは今日の試合後の現地放送の様子を翻訳してお届けいたします。
Hi, everybody. Welcome inside our Sportsnet LA studio, joined tonight by Jerry Hairston Jr., David Vassegh. We're all smiling because the Dodgers have won 5 in a row in Cactus League play. Of course, nobody even really cares about wins and losses so much, but we saw a regular season kind of lineup tonight for the Dodgers. We saw Mookie Betts going deep, but the headlining act, it was Roki Sasaki, his Cactus League debut, Jerry.
I was really impressed. The velocity was certainly there. The command was there as well. He had lightning stuff.
We talked before the game how important this was for his self-confidence. I think this game accomplished that with the way he was able to not only pitch scoreless innings, 3 of them, but the way he did it.
Yeah.
It was a confidence booster that he really needed.
It was a lot of fun to watch him tonight. Certainly a big step for Roki Sasaki, going those 3 scoreless innings. And after he was done, he talked about it with Kirsten Watson and the media.
Roki, just to get out there, have your Cactus League debut, Dodgers debut, and just can you describe the emotions of getting on that mound and then facing some big league hitters?
登板前すごくワクワクした気持ちと、不安がどっちもあったんですけど、マウンドに立ってからこう集中して、その場の雰囲気だったり、こう噛み締めながら投げることができました。
Dave Roberts said that they have felt the velocity has been at a really good spot today. We saw 98, 99. Is that adrenaline, or have you been working on a few things mechanically to get your velocity back to where you usually have it?
どちらももちろんあると思うんですけど、メカニクス的なところでこう、キャンプ中ラボ入ってもう一回こう自分の何ができてないとかそういうところをもう一回、なんていうんですかね、洗い直して、その中でこうどうやっていこうかっていうところで、まだ始めて少しですけど、いい方向には来てると思うので、継続してもう一段階こう上げていけたらなと思ってます。
How valuable has that been, just learning from the pitching coaches and having access to the lab to really build on getting yourself to being that complete big league pitcher?
そうですね。もちろん、このオフ取り組んできた上でのなんですかね、また課題だと思ったり思いますし、あとは自分の中でこう感じるものもあって、その中でこうピッチングコーチとうまくコミュニケーション取りながらお互いこう意見をすり合わせながらこう今形を作っているので、その点に関しては今日投げていい方向に来てるのかなとは思います。
How important was it to see how your stuff plays against big league hitters?
もちろんこう甘いボール自体はやっぱり打たれますし、スプリットもいいところを見逃したりとか、そういうところもあったんですけど、自分のいいボール投げたらこう押し込めたり、空振り取れたりっていうそういう収穫もあったので、その両方こう今日感じれてよかったなと思います。
Davey, you were talking on the pregame show about Roki really establishing confidence tonight, and that was the one thing you really wanted to see him do. I think he established some confidence tonight because that fastball was sitting around 99. The splitter
that really set the table for him to use that splitter.
Listen, I always watch hitters' reactions because the hitters will let you know, the good or the bad. That swing and miss, that splitter where you guys just heard me go, I'm telling you, it looks like a fastball hitter, and then it darts violently out of the zone. This guy is 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". Either way, he's huge on the mound to the hitter. And it's that downward plane, and that's why you're going to get a lot of swing and miss when he does have that fastball command, because when he has fastball command at 98, 99 miles an hour, hitters have to cheat.
Yeah.
They have to get on that fastball, and that's why it looks to the hitter when he's spotting that fastball downhill, hitter has this to react. Right? And that's why he's going to get a lot of swing and miss. And I just love his comments. Will does a great job translating. He basically said, when I make my pitches, I'm confident that I will be able to get these hitters out. He's not lying. He's not being, egotistical whatsoever. It's a fact. When he makes his pitches, he's going to be tough.
I go back to his first couple bullpens here at spring training, and Austin Barnes caught the first one, and he said, it's hard to catch sometimes, that splitter.
Yeah.
And then Will Smith caught his second one and said, I don't know if I've seen a splitter move quite like his does. It just has different characteristics, Jerry. And you can see by some of those swings, that's going to be a problem for a lot of guys.
I faced Kurt Schilling. I faced Roger Clemens. They had different type of splits. Schilling had more of a violent split. This kid right here, when it's on, just seeing it, it's violent. That's why it has so many different types of movements. Obviously, Yamamoto, it's straight down. This kid has, I mean, it's a forkball. Back in the day, I'm going to date myself, John.
Yeah.
Old school Blue Jays, Tom Hankey, the closer, he said, give my daddy fits. That type of forkball.
And also deception. His delivery is a lot different than what it was the first day of spring training. He's not showing the baseball as much as he was the first day on the backfields. And remember last year, the Dodgers changed the size of Yamamoto's glove to hide the baseball. Yeah. His glove is humongous. So deception is part of this equation of the process of whatever he was doing in the lab.
Well, it was certainly impressive tonight. For more, let's head back to Arizona. Dave Roberts is talking with Kirsten.
Well, Dave, ahead of this game, you told us the plan was Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 4 innings, Roki Sasaki, 3 innings. Everything went exactly as planned with Yoshi. What did you see from him, and what have you been liking from him this spring?
You know, I thought he got better as the game went on, which was good to see. I thought the stuff was good, and the most important thing is we got him through 4 innings, and he came out of it feeling really good.
With one more start from him from this spring, is he in a really good spot just heading into that opening day in Tokyo?
He is. You know, so we got him through 4, so the hope would be next Monday he'll go 5 innings, and then we go from there.
With Roki Sasaki, his velocity, you said you liked where it was at today. It was in that 98, 99 range. When we asked him, he said some of it might have been adrenaline, but he's been working on a lot of things mechanically. How have you just seen him evolve during this camp?
You know what? He's growing. I think he's getting more and more comfortable. There's more personality to him. Guys are liking him. He's taking on a lot of information. Tonight was a big night. I just think that being under the lights in a big league ball game, just seeing how he responded, and the stuff was really good. Obviously got a lot of swing and miss, a fastball played up, so really good to see. So we got him 3 innings, and then he'll make 1 more start before we break camp.
How big of a step was this for him? As you've talked about, you're planning on him being on that roster in this regular season.
It was great. You know, I think that as far as the organization, we're obviously all in on him, but I think that it's important for him to just continue to build that confidence, and you do that by, you know, getting outs against big league hitters.
All right, well, big win today, an exciting one with all the pitching we saw, so congrats on this one, Dave.
Thanks, Kirsten.
And some Cactus League games are just a little bit more fun than others. Tonight was certainly one of the good ones. Let's get right to the highlights. Dodgers and Cincinnati Reds at the Ranch with Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 3rd start of the spring. Top of the first, though, runner on 3rd, Ellie De La Cruz, Jerry. This is a good piece of hitting, just chopping one through that left side.
It is, just putting the ball in play, especially with this speed, and they were on contact there, able to find a hole, score a run.
So he's trying to do more of this year after striking out 218 times last year. Austin Hayes continues to torment the Dodgers at spring training, DV.
He's going to have a great year in that ballpark, Great American Ballpark for the Reds. They needed some extra power in that lineup, and you saw it right there.
So the Reds get too quickly off of Yamamoto, but he would really settle down after this. Then with Hayes on 3rd, Jack Fraley lines to Tommy Edman, and he's going to get the double play at 3rd.
One on contact there, easy double play.
Bottom of the first, after a couple quick ground outs, it's Freddie Freeman, David, and continues to look just fine.
I mean, how many hitters out there are envious of Freddie Freeman and Shohei Ohtani? These 2 guys show up the first night of at-bats after injuries, and they haven't missed a beat from the World Series.
Look how quick he is. That's down and in, but it still gets his foot down. Great bat speed.
Think he was happy with that, Jerry?
Yes.
Top of the second, 1 on, 1 out for former Dodger Austin Wynns, testing out Mookie Betts, left side.
Look how comfortable he is throwing on the run, really dropping down, just using his athleticism. And these are the type of plays, it's very difficult for a shortstop throwing on the run. Really natural-looking throw, Mookie Betts.
And he knew who the runner was, so he didn't rush it. That's part of the equation, Jerry. You got to think the game.
Top 3, it's Matt McClain. Down he goes. Yoshi gets a strikeout.
He started to get into rhythm here.
Yep, gets De La Cruz as well.
And you see that split? It has that, probably like, it moves 8 to 9, 10 inches right there, but it looks like a fastball darts out of the zone.
Bottom of the third after Shohei had singled and was thrown out at second trying to stretch it into a double. Mookie Betts, first spring bomb of the year, DV.
Go ahead, DV.
Oh, I mean, what else can you say? This guy stands up tall, and he has power.
Well, let me tell you something. This is a breaking ball that backs up on him. He has got such special hands. Usually guys foul it back or roll over, but he's able to pull his hands in at the last second, make that adjustment. That is special.
Fourth inning. Yamamoto still out there and gets a little revenge against Austin Hayes. Darting down out of the zone. Nasty.
Hey, if I'm a betting man, I'm betting some money on Yamamoto winning the National League Cy Young Award.
Whoa.
Okay.
Is
It's a
that
fly
your
out.
boy Blake Snell?
He's got 2 already. I think Yamamoto is going to eclipse him a little bit this year.
All right,
He's
here
got
it
that
is.
swag.
Roki Sasaki, Cactus League debut, first pitch. Noelvi Marte grounds it. Mookie Betts is going to handle that one.
Smooth. Mookie gets picked right there by Freddie.
That had to be big just to get the first out, to exhale a little bit.
Then he gives up a base hit to Wins. 99-mile-an-hour fastball hit the other way.
Were you getting nervous there, John?
Not one bit, because he's got that pitch in the arsenal to freeze TJ Friedel.
And that's the pitch I wanted to see, John. We talked about fastball command. We know about the split. It's that breaking ball. That third pitch. He has that consistently. He is going to be tough.
Gets McClain looking to end the inning.
He only threw 3 sliders tonight. So it's not like he mixed in a third pitch all that much. It was those 2 that were working for him tonight.
Top of the 6th, De La Cruz leads it off with a double the other way.
Hey, that's a true test.
Yeah.
See what your stuff
Right off
plays
the
against
bat.
one of the best.
And he would be up for this challenge. Facing Hayes. There he freezes him.
And I like this right here. You got to run on second with De La Cruz's speed. Okay, now we go into action here. Perfect pitch right there. 1 out.
Reds have second and third with 2 outs. And Sasaki gets Marte to pop out.
That's a great point, Jerry. You have to trust your catcher if you have a split-fingered fastball like that, especially with a runner at third base.
7th inning and 3rd inning of work for Roki. Gets Austin Wins.
Woo. Lordy. A lot of Austin wins in the highlights tonight.
Yep, all 3 of his at-bats.
And that's that violent split/forkball.
There's another one. 3 scoreless for Roki. Had to love that. Bottom of the 8th, 2 on, nobody out. Jake Vogel.
Any relation to
Smashed.
Frank Vogel?
No relation.
He's one of the Dodgers' top outfield prospects. Has to cut down on the strikeouts, but certainly has a lot of potential to be a factor in the big leagues.
Ties it at 2. Then Austin Gauthier.
Look at
Giving
that
the Dodgers the
stash.
lead.
Great stash. Him and Freeland.
But this was a breaking ball going the other way on a line. That is good to see from a young hitter.
Hunter Fiducia. Right side. They get 1. Can't complete the double play. Run scores. 4-2 Dodgers. And that's how this one would end. Yoshi, 2 runs allowed over 4 strong innings. Struck out 3. Roki Sasaki, 3 scoreless. 2 hits allowed, 5 strikeouts in his Cactus League debut. Mookie 1 for 3 with a homer. Shohei 1 for 3. Tommy Edman 1 for 3 with a double. Here's what's ahead on the Cactus League calendar. Hard to believe the Dodgers will be breaking camp next Tuesday. 1 week to catch the Dodgers in Arizona, so plan your road trip now. Friday night, the final game of the spring when the Dodgers face the Mariners. Reminder, the time change on Sunday, so the final 3 games will be at 1 p.m. Pacific time, all right here on Sportsnet LA. Carl's Jr. moment of the game. Jerry, you were talking about this swing, this at-bat from Mookie earlier.
This breaking ball backs up on him, able to pull his hands, and Mookie, can't you swing? Tell you what, even in spring training, that swing hypnotized me.
Well, Alex Cora always said that his power is to the pull side. When he does that, you know he's on a hot streak.
That was number 1 of Cactus League play for Mookie Betts. Dodgers get the win. Let's go back to Arizona and hear from Yoshinobu Yamamoto with Kirsten and the media.
Yoshi, just third outing of spring. Obviously, a couple hard hit balls at the beginning of the game, but how did you find just kind of settling in, and was there anything in specific you were working on in this outing?
対バッターというところの、感覚をしっかり、掴んで次につなげたいなと、思ってたので、今日立ち上がりは失点してしまいましたけど、そこから2回、3回、4回と、少しずつ調子を上げれてテンポよく投げられたので良かったと思います。
Do you suspect this is your last outing of spring? And if so, do you feel like you're in a good spot for opening day in Tokyo, or is there a plan to have one more start this spring?
おそらくもう1試合、登板して、公式戦に入ることになると思います。
How excited was Roki to go out there for the first time today?
そうですね、すごく僕自身もこう登板してるのを見るのが楽しみでしたし、すごく状態良さそうに投げてると思うので良かったと思います。
All right, here's some of the Dodgers' key upcoming dates with only 7 Cactus League games to go. March 18th and 19th, Dodgers will be in Japan for that Tokyo series against the Cubs. Then it's back to Southern California. March 23rd to begin the annual Freeway Series against the Angels. March 27th, a home opener against AL Cy Young winner Tarek Skubal and the Detroit Tigers, with the World Series ring ceremony the following night at Dodger Stadium. Just 7 games left to go now in Arizona, so we're going to check in on some of the biggest storylines out of camp. 2 of baseball's brightest stars, Jerry, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, both guys coming off of off-season surgeries, and they both look regular season ready.
They do, especially the bat speed. Freddie Freeman, obviously, he was dealing with that ankle issue, had surgery on that ankle. We know he had the rib issue. Shohei Ohtani as well. When Shohei Ohtani is going the other way with authority, you know his swing is right. We know Freddie uses the entire field. He'll pull the ball with power as well. We saw tonight, jump on a fastball inner half, use that bat speed. We know when they're healthy, they're as good as it gets.
I mean, Shohei Ohtani, is he human? I think that's a question you got to ask at this point in time. And I think we all forget with the way they started in Cactus League that they're coming off significant injuries. Ohtani with the back shoulder and Freddie Freeman with the right ankle that he is still managing and will have to manage until July.
Yeah, he mentioned that. He's going to probably need treatment on that ankle continuously through at least the All-Star break. Third member of that Dodgers MVP trio, Mookie Betts, been gearing up to be the Dodgers' everyday shortstop here in 2025. DV, what have you been seeing from Mookie?
Well, the work paid off. This is not something that just started 2 weeks before spring training. He moved around to 3 different high schools in the LA area to work with P.D. Montero, then went to go see Troy Tulowitzki for 3 days in Texas, and then showed up for 2 weeks earlier in Arizona to work with Chris Woodward. Are you saying you contributed to this, Jerry?
No, Jerry's phone never rang. That's what he's shrugging his shoulders about.
Well, you've seen what's happened. A lot of confidence. The throws are a lot more smoother and accurate.
He called Tulo instead of Jay Harris.
Well, listen, Tulo was unbelievable. Tulo's doing a great job at the University of Texas. But listen, we know Mookie Betts is one of the best athletes in all of sports. You get him time to figure out a position, you know he's going to figure it out. You give him a time to be the point guard of the Lakers, I'm sure he'll figure that out. Slot receiver for the Rams.
Yeah.
He will figure that out.
It's unprecedented, by the way. 31 years old, going from the outfield to shortstop. Nobody's done this ever. You're not Mookie Betts.
Yeah, you're not a 6-time Gold Glover out there in right field.
Sorry.
All right, so Jerry, the other big storyline this spring is Roki Sasaki. Finally got a chance to see him in Cactus League play, so maybe you should break down that first spring.
This is your lane right here. Yeah, stay in your lane, DV, because I did it as well. Not at the level as Mookie, but let's get to RS11. I just love the split action. Does act like a fork ball. Outstanding movement right there, getting that strikeout. Another split. It could have been a breaking ball, but we're going to call it a split. And there's that fastball, that four-seamer, that downward plate at 98, perfect pitch, and that fork ball right there. That is violent for the hitter. And look at the reaction. These guys are maybe not big leaguers, that last couple guys, but they're professional hitters, and guys can jump on a fastball. For him to get those type of swing and misses, extremely impressive. So again, I was pleasantly pleased with his outing tonight.
My thing is, it goes back to the fastball command and first pitch strikes, because we talked about that a few different times. Right now, he really hasn't perfected the slider. He only threw that 3 times. So on a night that he doesn't have fastball command, how is he going to work out of jams that way? Because it isn't going to be there every time.
That's why it's so important to make sure he has that breaking ball. Even if he drops that over for the first pitch of an at-bat, at least tells the hitter and the other hitters in that lineup, hey, he's got a breaking ball as well, so put that in the hitter's mind.
All right, DB, we got to talk about Yoshi because this was his penultimate start before getting the ball game 1 in Tokyo in 2 weeks. What did you think of Yoshi's night?
First inning, he was trying to find the command with his secondary pitches, but if you go back to Blake Snell's start, his only start in the Cactus League, he said number one is having the fastball command and the other secondary pitches will come, which happened tonight for Yamamoto starting in the second inning. So he started to get a feel for his secondary pitches then.
I like that he made the adjustment in that second inning, so that is a good sign. He got his work in. The one thing I will caution, remember Yamamoto, when he did get hit around, remember that first inning? Yeah. Was an issue for him. So hopefully he learns from that this season.
Retired the final 8 batters that he faced. Now, tomorrow will be Landon Knack making his 3rd start of Cactus League play, going against the Angels. Figures to pitch in multiple roles once again this season. Jerry, what are you going to be looking for out of Knack?
Well, for him to get his work in. I always like this young man because he knows and understands his role. Sometimes he'll spot start. Sometimes he could be that long man if need be. He doesn't care. Just give me the ball. I'm going to go out there and do my thing. He's got that rubber arm as well. Go out there, do his thing. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, versatile guy, lost a lot of weight coming into camp. And Dave Roberts has raved about his camp. He's talked a lot about Knack and Gonsolin, how impressed he's been with those 2 guys.
All right, Freeway Series, Arizona style. Be interesting to see if any Dodgers regulars decide to play day game after a night game. We'll have it for you right here at noon tomorrow. For Jerry, DV, and Kirsten, I'm John. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. First pitch coming your way at noon on Sportsnet LA.
今日は何といっても佐々木朗希投手のデビューの期待が高まった試合でしたが、無失点の好投を見せましたね。速球を見逃して三振をした打者は首をかしげ、フォークボールを三振した打者はまさに腰から崩れ落ちていました。解説のジェリーやストンジニア氏もいつものごとくのハイテンションで一段と大興奮でした。大谷選手も3試合連続ヒットで好調のようですし、山本由伸選手の投球も安定感抜群で開幕が本当に楽しみですね。開幕前からこれだけドキドキさせてくれるのは本当に嬉しいです。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。